Hi everyone, I hope you're all having a good week so far, and I hope you're prepared for the full moon tomorrow night. I had a bit of a cry last night, so yeah, that's probably the start of it. I suppose there'll be more tears tomorrow, because I do find that when there's a full moon, that's when the tears start. And also when my energy levels are quite low, I get a bit, yeah, I get a bit, I get a bit down, and I can't cope with it. I can't cope with when my energy levels are at ground zero, which my energy levels are really not the best this week, I have to say. I just wanted to quickly jump on and read one poem today, and give you a couple of updates. So, first of all, probably what's not helping, I do find it quite hard at times to keep up with WordPress, and the sheer volume of emails that I get with regards to notifications when they come through. I do find that quite hard going, but a lot of people just call it WP. WordPress at times is quite glitchy, and for the last 2 days I am unable to see comments on the actual WordPress site, which means that to reply to a comment I'm having to do it through the email that I get, and it's just so very, very time consuming, and it's very frustrating, and it's really driving me up the wall, to be honest. It's driving me up the wall. I wish I could stop saying when I write, when I read, when I speak. That's something else I need to perfect, but I don't want to perfect anything, to be perfectly honest, because I'm not perfect. I'm just a girl that's trying her damnedest, with days sometimes where my energy levels are not that great. So yeah, that's what's happening the last couple of days on WordPress, is that I'm having to reply to comments through emails, and it's just taking up so much time in the day. The other update is that, I don't know if you've seen it in the community section, but after I went to all the trouble of setting up the new, which I thought would be a good thing to have, but probably in hindsight, but this is me because I always want to help other people, and I probably would have been snowed under with that as well, so maybe it's a blessing, because I am on quite a few platforms as it is already. I'm on Pinterest, I'm on Substack, I'm on here, I'm on Facebook, and it probably was not one of my brightest ideas, but I had set up Podaya on a free plan and it was just going to be a completely different site to WordPress, where I was going to give or try to give inspiration and hope to other people that have been in a similar situation to me, i.e. being abused. So the free plan, I got a notification saying they're doing away with the free plan, and I'm not going to buy a plan. I have to pay for WordPress yearly, and as I don't work, I'm not willing to take out a plan for another website. So I am so very sorry that I'm not going to be able to do that, but I will try and post. I will try and post as well as posting my usual shorts and coming on here and talking about stuff. I also, I'll always say please check out the community section, because I do try and post inspirational stuff in there, and I will try and post some of my poems in there as well, ones that are meant to inspire you or give you hope that there is life after what has happened to you. So I really wanted to read this poem today, this one poem, and I wrote this poem last week very, very quickly, and again I think I was on a low one when I wrote it, which happens quite frequently with me. As I say, it does happen. As I'm sure you can appreciate, if you're not feeling physically well, then your mental health will suffer, and I just find it so frustrating sometimes that basically with chronic fatigue, it's a fluctuating illness, and I basically don't know from one day to the next, but with at the risk of repeating myself, I know I don't do myself favours by staying up late and wanting to post stuff really, really late and stuff like that. I don't do myself any favours by doing that. I think for me, probably the will to succeed, and this is where probably the strive for perfectionism comes in, which I don't think is a good thing. If I succeed, and how do you class success? What do you class as success? Do you class success as having thousands of pounds in the bank? Do you class success as your book being an international bestseller? I'll be 100% honest here. I could not handle that. And my nose is just about to start running, and I don't have a handkerchief, so I'm really sorry. I'm really very sorry. I couldn't handle it, and that is the God's honest truth. I couldn't handle it. I really couldn't. The sheer volume of, as I say, notifications, emails, blah, 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 I get on a day-to-day basis, as well as, trying to find a space and peace to write new material every day. Because what happens with chronic fatigue is you get brain fog. If you get really tired, you get brain fog. So I'm afraid I couldn't cope with it. I've done the best that I can, and I know I've done the best that I can, and I have to let up on myself and stop this, pushing myself too hard, because I can't do it. I'm doing the best I can, and I think I do pretty well considering, but I don't want to make this a pity post. So I'm really going to read this one poem. This poem's called Serrated Edges, and it's basically I would say, so that I suppose it would be connected to the video that I made on Monday in some way about, being worthy. And this poem is about being in pain, about being in emotional pain, and it's just basically saying that we all have the right to our feelings, what we feel, and just because somebody else has been through a worse situation, their pain is no greater than yours, and we don't have to validate our feelings to anyone. We never have to validate our feelings to anyone, and we are entitled to feel pain. And as I say, I could say, right, so I was only mentally abused, I wasn't physically abused. Physical abuse, I don't think I could have lived through, but the person that has went through physical abuse, their pain is no greater than mine. Their pain is no greater than mine, and I am entitled to my pain as long as and this is also the thing that sometimes happens with people who have been through trauma or abuse. We alone are responsible for our healing. Obviously, it would be good to have a support network round about you while you're trying to heal. I mean, I probably hold a lot in. I don't like crying. I had a bit of a cry last night, but I held it back. It wasn't a big cry. When I have the nights where I am sobbing, and I mean sobbing my heart out, I would love for somebody to be here and give me a hug and say everything's going to be alright, but I don't have that. So it's hard, but I am responsible for my healing. Nobody can heal me. I have to do the work myself. And while we're on the healing journey, what we must never ever do, is project our pain onto someone else. Ever. We are filled with so many emotions, and they're all, it's all in here, and it's anger towards the person that did what they did, and it's a whole mountain of emotions that we have, but we must never project them on to someone else, because that is not fair. Because if you do that, that makes you just as bad as the person that abused you, and then the cycle continues. So we must break that cycle, but we are entitled to feel how we feel. We don't need to explain ourselves to anyone, and our pain is no less because somebody has suffered in a greater way. So just very quickly, I know I've managed to roll on to 15 minutes today, and I really didn't want to do that. So this poem is called Serrated Edges. There is no I in me, you bleed. Am I not allowed to bleed too? If I transfer my pain onto you, it does not make me feel better. We are all in pain. We have all suffered. Shall I become hard and bitter? Shall I pretend I don't feel? I feel too much because I am real. I cannot unfeel anything. That includes pain. My tears are a monsoon of obsidian rain. Rip my heart out, then throw it away, if that is the only way to make me feel nothing, because I am so tired of feeling everything with a serrated edge blade. And I am. But I refuse to become hard and bitter, and I never ever want to become hard and bitter because of what happened to me. I would hope that I always keep a gentle, kind heart, always, because projecting my pain onto someone else is not going to heal me, because, as I say, then the cycle continues, and we have to stop the cycle. We have to stop the cycle. It's very grey and overcast here today, no sun, I'm afraid. So yeah, as I say, I'm really sorry about Padaya, but with hindsight, maybe it wasn't, the best idea that I had, because, some days my energy levels are not that great. Buckle up for tomorrow. I don't know how I'll be feeling tomorrow, but I'm just giving you a heads up. The moon does affect some people, and this is a big one coming in. I'll probably see you at the weekend, and I'm nearly 20 minutes. Have a good day, have a good week, and be kind to each other. Be kind to each other. Bye for now.